ready to head off for the morning of day 8. Bright and sunny, chilly out this morning, but very nice. Supposed to be no rain in the forecast for a long time right now, so it should be nice and dry. But here we go. Got some cruisy trail all of a sudden now. It actually looks like, according to far out and looking at the map, the grade seems pretty level for a while, so maybe we'll get to make some fast miles this morning. Right here is what they call the twin tanks. Apparently they're hardly ever this full of water. Looks fine, but we've got a lot of cows frolicking over here, and for whatever reason they like to poop in this water too. But all right, I gotta show you something because I almost wiped out trying to get water. I'll show you something real quick. So I slowly crept down here, and then you can see how my feet were sliding around and how close I came to going in the drink. I don't know how I didn't fall in, but I was spinning around sliding, but that was kind of fun. There is supposed to be water to cache in about 6.2, but I'm actually gonna carry a little extra out of here just in case. I did overcarry yesterday. I still had over 2 liters left coming into here, so but I would rather carry too much than too little. My pack's light. I have hardly any food left because it's the last day before resupply, and it's starting to get pretty dry here coming up until we hit the mountains in about 25 miles or so. Then there'll be plenty of water, but I'm going to be a little conservative. I'd just rather not run out and cause an issue. So I can't rely on that cache. I mean, yeah, there's probably water there. Comments from 3 days ago say there were 25 gallons, but there's a lot of hikers coming through, so we'll see. I'm only carrying 3 liters right now, so it's not that bad. You want to see a welcome sight on a hot, dry desert trail? Look at this. Some wonderful people have cached a bunch of water here. You can see the mountains off in the distance. That's what we'll be climbing up in the coming days, but I'm not sure exactly which one it is that we're climbing. Walking under the highway and out the other side. It's interesting, as you progress, you keep seeing different variety of flora in the desert. This is new. We just started running into these. Very cool. Everybody puts this in their Arizona Trail video, but I gotta do it. Just a brief pause to introduce the crew sitting outside of the snake tunnel. This was the first of many times I would see peanut butter, purple, and beans. And every time they found a way to put a smile on my face. Well, that was cool. Finally getting to see that snake tunnel in person. We had beans, purple, and PB in the background there. They asked me if I wanted to move. I said, no, you guys are all part of the trail experience. So they're just eating lunch there. So cool seeing that thing. I know everybody puts it in their video, but how can you not? Such a cool thing. There it is, the first saguaro cactus right by the trail. The first of many, I'm sure. Very exciting. Alright, Jeff, that last shot was for you with the train. I got kind of lucky because right when I was walking underneath the tracks, the train came by, so I got to catch the front of it going by. And then you saw that like metal rack that's to protect the hikers coming through, because there were a ton of rocks on that. Rocks must bounce off the train all the time or something, but kind of unique. I haven't seen that before. I can't believe how big these things are. It's just enormous. It's coming up on 4:30. A little bit over 18 miles in a day, and I'm gonna hike until about 5, and then first good campsite after that I'm gonna grab. I'm already within 10 miles of Saguaro National Park border, so tomorrow will be a pretty short day, luckily, so happy about that. I'm in my tent now. I walked way farther than I intended. I went all the way to the Colossal Cave Park, and much to my surprise and joy, there is a campground here. So Cherry Pit, who I stayed at Kentucky Camp with, is here, and a couple of new people. So we're just gonna hang out and pick up my resupply in the morning. It's right here. It's gonna be a very short day tomorrow, which will be phenomenal because I know I hiked over 20 today. I gotta figure out the exact amount, but oh, what a day. I'm so tired, but great hiking today. Nice and flat, easy walking. So I'm gonna go cook some dinner. I'm starving. So I'm at Colossal Cave. Here's the gift shop where I got my resupply. And they've got a little snack bar. And you can get a cave tour. And then over here, you can do charging your stuff, which is really nice to do. And the views from here, let me show you that. This is the view from the Colossal Cave area. Pretty spectacular. So this is the campground I stayed at last night. This is at the Colossal Cave Park, and it's $10. I just rolled in late after they were closed. I went and paid in the morning, and then like right here, they have a water spigot, and it's potable. You don't have to filter it. And then they have picnic tables, and then over there, I don't know if you can see, to the right of that saguaro cactus is a bathroom, which is super nice, and just a pit toilet, but anything's better than digging a hole in the woods. But I like this place a lot. Had a nice lunch up there, chicken strips, tater tots, Coca-Cola, got a cup of coffee, and now I'm off. So just to recap yesterday a little bit, I went and did the math on it. So 2 days ago I did 20 miles on the dot. Yesterday 21.7 plus a half mile into the campground. And I would definitely recommend Colossal Cave as a place for a resupply because they're pretty cool in there. They've got a small snack bar type thing where you can grab lunch and ice cream, and they have beer. And the campground is great too. I mean, after a long day, to be able to have running water and a pit toilet at your disposal, and then a bunch of other backpackers to hang out with, picnic table to set your stuff on. That was really, really nice. So highly recommend that as a resupply spot. Made it to Rincon Creek, and apparently like a week or two ago this was almost impassable. Like it was waist deep, and all that rain from the storm had caused it to be really rough, but it's not bad now. I just walked across, I got wet feet. Some people are camping on the other side over there, but I decided I was going to go across tonight so my shoes could dry for the morning, because we're only 0.2 from the camp boundary, or from the park boundary, so I'll see if I can find a place to camp real close. Here's camp tonight, and we're getting ready to go over Mount Micah tomorrow. Kind of setting up for that, which is over here somewhere. And a bunch of other people are here. This is where the park entrance is. Actually, that sign that's right there, that's right maybe 30 yards from my tent. That's the farthest point you can camp. You got to camp outside the boundary of the park, and then it's like 17 or 18 miles across. So then, also what I've got going on here is some Nor Pasta side, and I'm using my little windshield because it's a little breezy tonight. I'm Gonna eat some dinner and then head off to bed. So day 9, the hiking was relatively easy today because it was really flat and just over 7 miles. We did it in like maybe 2.5 hours or so. It was quick, and then took a nice relaxing rest of the afternoon and gonna be going to bed early and getting up early for that climb over Micah. So this wraps up day 9 and off to a big long day tomorrow. Big climb, 6,000 feet up. All right, well, you get to see me in my morning glory here. It's about 5 after 6, packed up and ready to go. It was so cold last night. I was really warm in my quilt, but like hard frost, everything froze up on the inside of my tent. I didn't expect it because it was really nice yesterday, and we're down pretty low in elevation, but yeah, you never know. I always sleep with my Sawyer squeeze out here because you just never know when you're going to get that cold night. But a lot of people are up and ready to go, so here we go. Let's start this big climb. Here's looking backwards down the trail. The early morning freeze is kind of done because the sun's coming up. It's warming up fast, so should be good to go from here. Just stopped for water and changed out of my warm clothes into more of my hiking clothes. Got shorts on now, and that's already warming up quite a bit, which is great. At 2.9 miles in like probably about an hour it took to do that is all, because it's a really easy trail. But now things are about to get real because the uphill starts. Oh, the other thing is I also just put my contact lenses in and brushed my teeth. I didn't do any of that at camp. I mean, it was cold. That's what everybody was talking about this morning, is how it was decent last night and it just all of a sudden just dropped. It was kind of unexpected for all of us, but it's fine. We're good now, and it's warming up already. The wildflowers along the trail up this climb are really pretty. Lots of them. This is gorgeous back here. These rock formations, all the saguaro cacti along the trail. As I'm gaining elevation, the trees are starting to get a little bit bigger, or the bushes, I guess, which is nice because that provides a little bit more shade on the trail. A little easier to find a shady spot to sit. And at some point today, I'm going to see actual trees. I'm very much looking forward to that. What a view. Just made it to Grass Shack Camp and took a little break, had some snacks, put on more sunscreen. It's probably all over my face. Take a quick look around. You've got like a ranger tent there, and there's a bunch of camping areas, nice fire ring. And then there's a really nice stream coming right through here, so a good source of fresh water. There's actually a privy up the hill too that's pretty nice. So I'm off, a little over 3,000 feet to go. As you can see, the trees continue to get bigger, and now we're getting some pine stuff too, and there's a lot more shade on the trail. And I talked to a ranger a while back that checked my permit, and she said that it gets real shady up here, which is nice. Now you can see the trees are getting a lot bigger yet, and the trail is shaded quite a bit up here, so it's pretty nice. Getting close to Manning Camp, and the snow is starting. Made it to Manning Camp. That was a heck of a climb. I think I still got like 500 or 600 feet left to the top, and could be snowy, and time's a wasting, so I got to get rolling. Now the trail has changed to full-on pine forest, which I like, walking on a trail covered in soft pine needles. It's good on the feet. There were some comments on Far Out about this being a spectacular view. Wow. This is like one of the biggest views I've ever seen. Holy cow. Amazing. I don't know if the steepness is showing up, but this is like straight down there. This is absolutely nothing to mess around with right here. Taking my time, one step at a time. Just left Saguaro National Park, so I completed my up and over. Now I gotta find a place to camp. Although I'd like to get down a little bit lower because it's still freezing cold up here. It's 4 o'clock, so it took 10 hours to get up and over through the park. And I started right at the park entrance this morning. Well, here's camp tonight. I did make it out of the park, and I went maybe a mile and a half outside of that, and just got done eating dinner. Man, what a day. It was 6,000 up and several thousand down. I'm not sure how many. I'll figure that out. And I'll give you the mileage totals in the morning too. Probably, it was over 18. I'm positive of that. I don't know if I hit 19. Man, I was tired by the end of the day. That was a long day. And I had to keep going because I had to get out of the park before, you know, it got dark. And the snow, that snow was just grueling going through that. The path kept disappearing, and I used my Far Out app so much to find where the trail was, and sometimes there were tracks on it, and sometimes the tracks were going like off a different way. So I don't know what people were doing, but most of the time the tracks were near the trail. So tomorrow I'm going to sleep in a little bit. I'm not sure how many miles I'm going to do, just as many as my body can handle. I got to figure out how I can get best set up for getting over Mount Lemmon as well, so I got to factor that in. But day 10, great day, and glad to be out here. Looking forward to hitting day 11 strong, and we'll catch you guys later. So that's Mount Micah. That's what I climbed down yesterday, and you can see all the snow up there at the higher elevation. And I got a little bit to go to get down to the bottom yet, but almost there. Another view of Micah. I am at the bottom finally, and it feels like a return to normalcy where I can just walk and not be climbing straight up or straight down. Feels great. Let's go. One thing I see a lot of are these guys making their way across the trail. Probably 20 a day at least. Taking my lunch break under a tree, and haven't seen any other hikers today. I'm about a little over 9 miles in on the day. Saw a couple of day hikers and a couple of mountain bikes, but no backpackers. All by myself today so far. It's cold. Like, I'm hiking in my lighter hoodie and my shorts, but with this breeze it is really chilly. And I was talking to the day hikers, they said this is way below normal. Like, it's got to be like maybe, I don't know, mid to upper 50s right now, and they said it's normally in the 70s this time of year. So it's really kind of perfect hiking weather, really, when you think about it. About to get going. Not sure how far I'm going today, as far as I can, I guess. Let's keep rolling. Hey buddy, how you doing? Enjoying the day, eating some grass. That's cool. It's hard to believe that last night I camped partway up that beast back there, and now I'm this far away already. Here's where I'm camped for day 11. Got a pretty nice view back there, but let me show you the view from the other direction. That is pretty nice. Got the sun setting there over the mountains. Really nice view here. I passed up one campground at mile 16.4. It was only like 4 o'clock. I wanted to keep going, and then came to another campground. It was $20, and there was no running water, pit toilets, but you know, who cares about that? And decided to keep going, and I was getting worried because I couldn't find a spot. But then I found this beautiful spot on top of this hill here based on some comments on the Far Out app. So thank you for whoever put those out there. I don't know how many miles I did. I'll figure that out, and I'll give you an update in the morning. Probably around maybe 18 or 19 would be my guess. Now I got to figure out what's going on for tomorrow with Mount Lemon and how far can I get with that one, because that's going to be a tough day. So I am heading off to bed. This is a wrap on day 11. See you all in the morning.